Come on in, come on in, like and share. Hello, hello. Thank you guys for coming in. Can you hear me? Make sure that you're commenting in the comment section, please. Make sure you put a 1 if you can hear me. If you can hear me, put a 1 if you can hear me. I've been having some kind of technical difficulties tonight. So y'all make sure you put a 1 in the comments to make sure that you can hear me. Make sure you can hear me. I am Dr. Toya. Thank you for joining in on Kitchen Conversations on tonight. And we're talking about marriage maintenance on tonight. We have a special guest, 2 special guests that's in the studio with me tonight, which is Pastor Devin and Pastor Sam Westbrook. So I thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Disclaimer, I do not own any rights or publishing to the music that is playing during this broadcast. And Kitchen Conversations is real issues, real talk with biblical solutions. We're making sure that we're based on the Word of God. I am a doctor of ministry. I'm not a medical doctor. So if you need any medical advice, this is not the conversation for you. So I'm just ecstatic about this conversation. As many of you know, I am a divorcee. I've been divorced for approximately 9 years, but I'm looking for love. Well, love is going to be looking for me, because I'm eventually going to want to get married again. So marriage maintenance is for me, because I want to know how to, when I get to that point, to maintain my marriage. So these brilliant man and woman of God is now counseling marriage couples and teaching them how to maintain their marriage. So we just thinking, I played After the Love Is Gone by Earth, Wind, and Fire, which is appropriate for this conversation. So we're talking about how to reignite the fire once it's burned out in the marriage. And so I want to introduce my special guests. They are pastors of the Redemption Church. Woohoo! And they wear many hats. They have 5 children. They are book writers. They're book publishers. They help me, shameless plug, they help me format and edit my book, Searching for Love, Healing the Enemy. So if you have not gotten this book, this is what I'm talking about. Even in this, we asking for healing the enemy. This is how you can make sure that you are maintaining your marriage, because we have to deal with the things down on the inside, the childhood trauma, the generational curses, the soul ties, the spiritual wounds. All of that plays a part in your marriage. So they are here to make sure that you are maintaining your marriage, getting rid of old wounds, getting rid of childhood trauma, getting rid of whatever trauma. Even you have trauma in your marriage. So you have to learn how to trust again. You have to learn how to love again. You have to want to really fight for your marriage. This is, marriage is ministry at the end of the day. Even if you're preaching 7 days a week, when you go home, guess what? You got to preach to your wife. You got to preach to your husband, and you got to preach to your kids. So marriage is work. So you got to be willing to work at it. Praise God. So I'm just going to bring them on the stage without further ado. Pastor Sam and Pastor Devin Westbrook. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Good evening.
Now it's messing up again. Okay, there it is. All right. Thank you for coming on tonight to talk about marriage maintenance on tonight. So, can you just give a brief synopsis about you guys? Just introduce yourselves to the audience. Although I just did a small little introduction, but I want y'all to introduce yourself.
You did a wonderful job, actually. But we are Pastor Devin and Samantha Westbrook of Redemption Church. Like you stated, we wear so many hats. Professor, real estate agent,
Yeah, congratulations. Yay,
book publishers, marriage maintenance consultants. Watch this, ministry maintenance consultants.
Yeah.
Come on now, come on.
Parents of 5. Well, parents of 5 biological children.
Right.
Spiritual parents of
many.
We don't even know.
Right.
Just lost track of so many families and young people and people that we've come across in 15, 16 plus years of ministry.
Yeah.
Well before redemption. We've been doing this. So we built relationships. They date back to early 2000s. Yeah. So yeah, that's just a few of the things that we do. But thank you for having us on Kitchen's Conversations. We're glad to be here tonight.
Oh, and you're welcome. You're welcome. I appreciate you guys because not only did you guys birth out of me, y'all helped my children as well. So y'all was also spiritual parents to my children. They have accepted Christ through you guys. So I mean, that's major for me.
Absolutely.
Even in that, it's major for me because you birthed some things out of me. And even watching Pastor Sam and interact with you and how she encouraged you and lift you up. It just shows how a wife should do with their husband, at times. I know sometimes it's easier said than done, because I've been married before. I've been down that road. I've been married to a minister, a pastor, and sometimes it just don't go that easy. So I understand the pressures that sometimes falls on the woman of God, trying to push the man of God. So I just appreciate y'all transparency and just appreciate just y'all being who y'all are. Y'all just have the heart of God. So I just appreciate you if nobody else do. Okay.
Kind of going back to that, I think I'm pretty easy. You talking about her pushing people? I'm pretty easy because I'm a really great guy. So it's easy to love
really?
me. Yeah, I'm a really great guy.
Wait. I'm on. Wait, Pastor Sam. Let me get Pastor Sam to say. Is that true, Pastor Sam? He just laughed and turned away. Absolutely. All right, that's what I'm talking about.
See, we're getting remarried in 2022, which marks 15-year wedding anniversary. And so, since I proposed to her on national TV in front of millions of people, I have the right to say whatever I want to say for the rest of 2021 and win. So you just have to shake her head.
Oh, okay. That's what she's doing right now, just shaking her head. That's all she got to do, huh? Okay, then. All right. So Jada said, hey, pastors. Jada.
Hey, Jada.
All right. Is Kayla on here? No. But listen, I just want you guys, let's start off just talking about what is marriage maintenance. What is marriage maintenance?
Go ahead.
It is our belief that you can't sustain what you rarely or refuse to maintain. It's like when we take our cars into service or to be fine-tuned, it does not mean that our cars are broken down or they're not working. It means that we are willing to invest that time and money into making sure that all is well, more of a preventive than a reactive. Now, there are some times when we consult with couples
help deal with the
after
trauma.
The fact. But we always say God will redeem your dirt if you do the work.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's what marriage is all about. Taking care of their relationship, investing in your relationship,
servicing that relationship. No different than women go get their hair service, guys go get their car service. Whatever you have to take to the shop just to get routine service, your marriage needs the same thing. You can't just say I do and go 20 years and think it's all, you grow within that time. Things happen with that time. And sometimes we hear spouses say things in front of us or with us that their spouse have not heard them say because they really haven't had this kind of platform. So, and once you know, you can't unhear what your spouse has said.
Right.
So now once you know what's on their heart and what's on their mind, you have to kind of deal with that. Yeah, you can redeem your dirt, but you do have to do the work.
That's it.
Try to get people to do the work.
That's right. Redeem your dirt, but you got to do the work. I'm gonna tweak that. I'm gonna steal that. You redeem your dirt, but you got to do the work. So I got another question that came in. What was the difference between this marriage then? Because I know you tell your story that you both have been married once before. So what was the difference in this marriage that made you maintain this marriage?
The Holy Ghost.
The Holy Ghost, the Holy Ghost, and we both, I think both of us coming from divorce situations and understanding how that affects the entire family unit and all things that come with that. So when we got together, it was like, we're not doing that again. So whatever we got to do, we're gonna figure this out. We got to be mad at each other for a little while, but we're not divorcing. We're gonna have to figure this out. And so as years went on, we even began to absolve the word divorce from our vocabulary in dealing with each other. So that was the word divorce was taboo. We wouldn't say it anymore. But that was just trying to making sure that we took that option away. Because in this generation, you go into a marriage like, well, if it don't work, just get divorced.
Right.
Now we've heard that. We've seen people say that with their relationships. So that was something that we wanted to take off the table. So that means we're going to have to dig in to figure this out because we wasn't going through that again.
Absolutely. When you know better, you do better.
And what we share with couples, one of the greater pieces that we share with couples, and we'll tell you guys this for free, there has to be some agreement. We agreed very early that we wasn't going down this road again. So we came to an agreement, even though we had to figure some other things out as we went along.
Right.
It started with an agreement, though. This is what we both have experienced, and neither one of us want to deal with that again. So we came into an agreement with that, not even knowing that principle was a key principle. But that's what happened with us. We made an agreement. We agreed upon not doing that, and then we agreed upon not even using that word anymore.
Right.
So, come hell or high water, we're gonna figure it out.
But that's a good thing because we have to still remember that what the Word of God said, that our words has power. So we constantly saying that that we want a divorce, or we thinking about divorce. Eventually, that divorce will be your
right. You just spoke into existence.
You spoke into existence, right?
Right.
So we choose not to even use that word.
That's right.
So we have to use our intellect, our Holy Ghost, and our teamwork to figure stuff out. And both of us are deeply passionate individuals. So we both believe we're right all the time. So
my God,
it takes a level of maturity and compromise.
Absolutely.
To kind of get to a place that, so we might look good now, but that doesn't take any away from the work that we had to do to get to this point.
Right.
Yeah. So how do one start, reignite the fire? If they think that their fire has gone out in their marriage, how do one start the fire up again?
Well, first, I believe, and we teach this, that you have to desire to be more than glorified roommates. There are a lot of marriages, a lot of relationships. All they are doing is paying the bills, raising the children, taking care of business at work, and doing very little at home. You have to desire to be more than just roommates. Number one, some people are okay with that, having an arrangement, but you nothing more than roommates. So you have, first of all, desire more. You have to desire more in your marriage, and then be intentional about spending that time. We teach no phone zones. Sometimes put your phones down. We go out and spend time together, and we have witnessed couples sit there and be on social media the entire time,
the whole day,
entire day. That's absurd. How you gonna have a fire if you on your phone? Woo! That's right there. If you want to reignite the fire, put that phone up. Sometimes, especially if you are trying to be intentional about being and spending quality time with your mate. So you have the desire to want more for your marriage.
So you have the desire. Now let me give you this as well. Then you have to put a plan in place. You have to do this. You have to do the work. You have to take steps. What is the work? Because you heard me say this a few times already. What is the work? Here's what we got to know about love. There's love and there's in love. There is love and there's in love. Agape love is a love that's not necessarily in love. That eros love is that erotic love. That's that in love. And so in love has his peaks and valleys. It has his seasons. There'll be moments where you're like head over heels for that person. And then there are moments where you ain't feeling each other. That's life. So just because you're married and you're having a season where y'all ain't just quite feeling each other, you're not alone. That's normal. That's life. Life has peaks and valleys. What's the one consistent? The one consistent is that service, that love piece. Love by serving. God so loved the world that he gave. So love, we see love as an action word.
Right.
So what should be the constant? The fact that we love on each other, the fact that we serve each other, the fact that we're committed to each other. We're going to do the work.
Right.
I'm a husband whether I like her or not.
Right.
She's not like whether she's feeling me or not.
Right.
And so whatever comes with that job assignment, and don't think too deep in it. All of us as adults have hated some of our jobs. But you deal with the work. Couldn't quit because you had a light bill to pay. You had a new car you just been stunting on. You can't get that thing back. So you did whatever you had to do to maintain your bills. Do the put that same type of intentionality into your marriage. You can't quit because you ain't feeling her.
Right.
You can't quit because she ain't feeling me. So what has to be, if the love is going to be fickle, if the in love is going to be fickle, then the love, the act of service, serving her has to be the constant.
Right.
And so if I serve her enough, if I pray for her enough, that in love will come back.
Come on.
That's right.
So you got that service, when you get that service love and that in love hitting at the same time, let that take you for a while until you hit another one of them little snags again. But what has to be constant? The fact that I love you enough to serve you. Not in love with you all the time.
Right.
Love you enough to serve you. We're both passionate. We both think we're right. So there's times I get on her nerves.
Right.
But she still needs to cook if I'm hungry.
Absolutely.
She still needs to roll over when I'm
Yeah.
So
I got you.
that doing the job it has nothing to do with how you feel.
That's right.
You have to be faithful to this marriage, even if it's greater than your feelings. You ain't got, and if you keep doing it, the feeling will come back.
Yeah.
The feeling will come back. It's value to this. And so what has to be constant? Right. The way that we serve and love one another. That's the consistency there. Don't base it on how you feel. Don't base it on your heart. I just fell out of love. Well, get to work then. Start serving each other. Start massaging each other. Whatever it takes. And I'm telling you, whatever it takes. And you're intentional about it and have a desire to do it and a desire to be better. It's coming.
Absolutely.
Wow. That's real good right there. That's real good because I think I heard I want to say it was Creflo Dollar. He was ministering to one of the celebrities, and he said, the woman serving the man has nothing to do with her, and him serving her has nothing to do with him. So once you start becoming selfless and just concentrate on serving the other person, and then the love, like you said, the love will come back because you're too busy trying to outserve each other because you're trying to serve her and make sure that her needs are met and vice versa. You're not paying attention to your needs, you're paying attention to that person's needs. So I got another question. Another question came in. What are the top 5 questions that you are asked during your sessions?
You got to book a session to get there. We can't get that away. We can't get who? I don't know. You got to book us. We can't get that away now. We can't get at least one. We'll give one, but we can't give that away because we got secret sauce. And our sessions are not your normal counseling session. We don't even call it a counseling session. I'm telling you, when we do marriage maintenance, a lot of times men don't like to go to counseling sessions, but when they come to us for marriage, they're crazy about Pastor Devin because he speaks their language. What they've been trying to articulate to their wife, who does not understand, he does because he's a male. The men love it. You know what I mean? But I tell you one thing to deal with is negotiables and non-negotiables. A lot of people, it's a simple concept, but it is power packed. A lot of people have not discussed the negotiables and non-negotiables even before getting married. And so when we pose that, it's like a light bulb goes off every time. We never thought about that. I mean, even to the smallest mundane thing. What are you willing to take? What are you willing to not take? And it's different for everybody. It's different for everybody. That's one thing. We're not gonna give you 5, but the negotiables and non-negotiables is a one we deal with every time, and it hits every single
Every
time.
time.
Because there are things that they have not, people have been married 15, even longer than us, 20 years, have never discussed
have
it.
never had that discussion of what are some things that you are willing to deal with.
Mhm.
What are some things that are literally off the table,
Right.
and it's a light bulb comes on because they, in a sense, they come to learn each other.
Mhm.
And they start looking at it like, we never thought about that. We never even dealt with that.
Mhm.
And so we asked them to make a list of those things.
Mhm.
Make a list of your negotiables and non-negotiables.
Mhm.
These are things that you will not bend on.
Right.
These are things that you are flexible on.
Right.
And then share them with each other and talk about it.
Yeah. And be honest.
And be honest. And that helps leads to this, what we just mentioned a little while ago. That helps to garner a level of agreement.
Mhm.
So now that I know how you roll and what you expect of me, and vice versa, now we can agree on these said things and have some. If you spend a lot of time arguing, now you spend some time agreeing.
Right. Come on.
So then it's about, at that point, it's about building momentum.
Mhm.
Right.
It's about building momentum, and so we can put a few good days together.
Mhm.
Then and people, our minds are too. We're very forgetful, honestly.
Mhm.
You can be mad at your mate, but if he spoil you for the next couple of days, you don't forget what you were mad at.
It's over with. Yeah.
You build a couple of good days together and build that momentum, and then you just try to ride that wave. And momentum is not something that happens spontaneously. You have to intentionally build momentum. You have to find things that spark. Create things that's going to hit. You just can't have momentum because just sit around and wait on it. You have to
make it happen.
You have to strike the. It's like a fire. You have to light the fire.
Yeah.
You have to find some long stem thing or some lighter fluid. You have to light the fires. Just don't start by themselves. Momentum does not happen spontaneously. You have to get behind that thing and make momentum happen. Make momentum happen in your marriage.
Yeah.
Put a couple of days together. Then y'all start talking about, then throw in some principles. Let's not bring up divorce no more. Throw in some principles. I know your negotiables and non-negotiables. Yeah. And let me throw this in there as well. I hope I ain't giving that too much. And do the 5 love languages.
Oh, yes. Oh, my
Yes.
God.
So you want 5 questions? 5 love languages. I give you that. 5 love languages. You have to know how your spouse speaks.
Absolutely.
That's right.
You have to know how your spouse speaks. You may think, and we had this conversation with a couple before. He was just folding clothes, ironing clothes for his wife, and thinking like I'm showing her my love by serving like this. That meant nothing to her though.
Right.
Like, here is how I receive love. I receive love by you doing these things. So he's trying to show love by doing stuff that meant nothing to her. So the love language is not wasting that time.
Right.
If I know what's her love language, which I know what her love language is, now I can spend my time doing those things that she receives as love.
Right.
Plus, it says, I care enough about you to pay attention to you and learn you.
Right. Come on.
That's right.
Study your mate. That's good. Study your mate.
You got to study your mate. You got to.
List like, what do you want for Christmas? You really shouldn't have to ask that. If you're studying your mate and you're intentional about, being knowing their heart, you already know. The list is not even necessary. I'm not writing a list what I want. He already knows my heart.
The best gifts are the gifts you never have to ask for.
Absolutely.
That's absolutely.
The best gifts are the gifts you never have to ask for. And so that's what I try to make sure that I listen to her enough that when she says something, she's not asking me for them. I'm just listening to her. So now by going shop for her or going to get some, I can get what she wants without her ever asking for it.
Wow.
I've listened to her.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Y'all counseling me right here, and I ain't even been in marriage. I'm good, But listen, I got another question. Of course, y'all wear many hats within your marriage. How do you create balance?
I don't think that we really create balance. I think that we strive to prioritize. It may not always be balanced. But we make a decision. What's important today? What's on the top of the list for this season? What's number 1, number 2, number 3 for this, time in our lives? It won't ever really be a balance, in my opinion. I don't believe in balance. I just don't. It's not gonna always, because sometimes it's gonna be like this, and it's. Can you see me? It looks off balance, but we're prioritizing. So we just we come into agreement about what is important, and And what takes priority during a certain time?
There are just some seasons where, like take during the pandemic, that's just a season that's a season of no vacation. We had to go to work.
Right.
It was too much on the line to just like everybody's upset at Ted Cruz because he went to the Cancun or something.
Somewhere. Yeah.
He went somewhere. He took a trip during the height of the crisis in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
That was the time to check out.
Right.
And so there are times where it's just we're in one of them seasons where we just got to be grinding. We have to make this happen. We got to get it, and then we press through that, and then find some time to chill and relax.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to downtime and self-care and checking out,
mm-hmm.
I do that really well. So I try to push her to do that as well because she just has a battery that just don't stop.
I'm getting better.
Yeah.
Self-care is necessary. It does not mean that you're selfish, and I'm learning that.
Yeah.
Self-care is not selfish, it's necessary. I am learning that rest is a part of warfare.
Mm-hmm.
And rest does not mean that you're doing absolute, but you're resting your body. Because there were seasons where I was sleep still thinking, though, that's not rest.
Right.
You know, and then I had to let go and let God. That's what I've learned. Let go and let God.
So when she says she don't really believe in balance, that's accurate. So, but here's where the balance comes in, where she's that way and I'm this way, and then we balance each other out. Because there's days we just got to get it, or there's days if she's doing something, and well, both of us know we're more mature enough to know what all the hats we wear and what we got to do. So whenever we got something in front of us, we just both go to work, and we'll sit down. We sit down.
Absolutely.
But in the grand scheme of things, I think we balance each other out in that regard. There are things that we've learned to do, like she's talking about self-care. So I think we kind of balance each other out with that a little bit.
Okay.
But when we got something to do, we just got something to do.
All gas,
no break.
You just do it. To be like Nike, just do it.
Yeah, it just is what it is. But it comes with the cost. It comes with the cost. And so we both understand that. Like our lives, what comes with our lives, we understand it.
Absolutely.
We understand it. So whenever it's one of them seasons, just go to work. We'll get a break somewhere.
Man. So do you guys offer premarital counseling?
We do. We call it premarital maintenance. Again, a lot of guys don't like counseling. They don't like that term, and that'll make them not want to come. But when we say it's maintenance, premarital maintenance, even preventive maintenance.
Oh, I can do that.
I can do that. So we absolutely. We've been having a lot of those lately.
Yeah. That don't sound like I'm crazy. I can do that.
Right.
You have a lot of what you call it? Pre-maintenance.
Premarital maintenance.
Premarital maintenance.
Premarital maintenance counseling. Premarital maintenance. Okay.
I actually think the couple they enjoy it because it's not us sitting back with a pen and pad analyzing their issues.
Right. We provide tools.
Yeah.
We're not providing answers per se because every marriage is different, but we provide tools and strategies.
As well as we're a soft place to land, and I think we both interpret well. So we can sometimes hear, and not to give up, well, this is our oil. We interpret well. I understand what a man is saying when he's not saying it. Same thing for a woman. She interprets what a woman is saying, and then we say those things in a way that the other spouse can get it. Like, I know what you're saying.
Right.
Because oftentimes people speak at each other. And so we kind of provide that platform and opportunity, but they're not speaking at each other, they're speaking to each other.
Yeah.
Even if we're doing the interpreting as well. So yeah.
Well, that's good. I didn't know y'all did premarital maintenance. I'm trying to get the right concept, the right word, because it's not counseling, it's maintenance, right?
Right.
So you said, So how long are your counseling? Do you have a set number of counseling, set number of maintenance that you provide for the couple? Like, just say, for instance, in this package, you have 5 maintenance sessions or 10 maintenance sessions, or you just keep going until the till the couple say, okay, I think we had enough, or we think we can maintain now. So
it's
is that what you guys do?
It's up to each couple, but we do it an hour at a time, and we suggest 3. At least 3, because we give assignments for them, so they have to come back and report to us, and then another time, because one time may not be well enough,
Yeah.
So we suggest 3, but it's definitely up to the couple.
And yeah, each couple will be different. There may be some you got to go to work on.
Yeah.
Sometimes you take your car to the shop and realize it's in worse shape than you thought. So same thing. Sometimes you just got to go to work on them. But yeah, we offer 3. We suggest 3, but it's per couple, depending on whatever is needed for that particular marriage.
Have you guys ever like separated the couple, like Pastor Sam counsel the woman and you take the man, just I guess in different sessions, like just say for instance somebody come in today, they're a couple, right? They're coming in for maintenance with you guys, but they are so much at odds with each other that
that's the reason why we don't really like doing that, because what we've discovered is oftentimes when there is one spouse and the other was not there, they tend to think, well, sometimes they think we on their side, like, and definitely not on neither one of y'all side. Secondly,
for the marriage,
right? We're for the marriage. And we've had people like, yo, when he get here, tell him.
One of them has shown up prior to the other one, and they just want. We were like, no, we don't want that. Tell all, bash the other spouse before they get it. It's not fair, because a seed planted is a seed planted. We can't unhear what you see.
Right.
So we prefer.
We prefer to do it together. And secondly, you need to hear what's being said to your spouse.
Absolutely.
You need to hear what's being said to your spouse. In a sense, that helps you hold each other accountable as well. Well, remember, they talked about doing this. They get to hold each other. You need to hear what's being said to your spouse. Other than that, we just think it's most effective that way. So it won't kind of, and the couples do it all the time. We're not the only ones who provide services like this, and we hear it a lot. Like, tell him when he get here, or tell her, she be doing this. And couples like to snitch. They like this is the opportunity for them to snitch on each other. They like to snitch and tell us, and then they want us to kind of bring that up casually.
We don't operate
right. And anything underhanded is the issue to me.
Right.
So both of them need to be in the place to hear what's being said, and it keeps them honest and accountable to each other. Yeah.
Well, that's real good. Yeah, right. I'm just soaking all this in.
Yeah, we've had people ask us, can you do a session with us? And then I'm just going to tell my boyfriend, or my husband to come in. And I'm like, no, he needs to know beforehand.
Absolutely.
Like, don't sneak him into no session. He needs to know beforehand. Again, that's not fair. Right. And so we want to make sure that we're a service to the marriage, to the relationship, not to somebody that we're partial to or that we know or something like that. You got to keep 100 over here.
That's right. But that's the only way to do it, because once you throw somebody in there like that, it might not go right, because they didn't know that they was actually going to a maintenance session, or they might feel like, therapy is right. I feel attacked. Yeah, they might feel attacked. They might feel like it was broadside or anything, so yeah, I believe that being honest and telling your spouse or telling the person that we're going to a maintenance session, I'm trying to say the right word, a maintenance session is needed. So but things, you have to make sure that you are in alignment with your spouse, especially both of you guys want to make sure that the maintenance of your marriage is maintained. And if both of you guys don't want that marriage, then it's no reason to go through marriage maintenance, right? Because you're wasting time.
There has to be an agreement.
There has to be agreement. Absolutely. Yeah. So how do one, when they want to get this marriage maintenance or premarital maintenance, how do one get in contact with you guys to get them premarital maintenance? I don't know if some of my people on here, y'all need to make sure y'all sharing and getting this word out here, because they doing some real good stuff with this marriage. So share, like, make sure you get this word out so they can actually help maintain your marriage and reignite that fire that you guys want to get inside your marriage. So anyway, let's go back. So how can one get in contact with you guys?
Either one of our websites. I'll probably check mine more often than he does. So www.iamsamanthawestbrook.com or www.devinwestbrook.org. So either they can book a session through either one of those. What we've been telling,
but go through I Am Samantha, because I promise you
he won't look it. If you've been a book that page, he won't know.
I want you to know it. We balance each other out. We balance each other out. She gonna check hers. I just shake my head. Okay. Yeah. What time?
Yeah. So the couples, what they've been doing now is going to get our 1 hour video first, and they watch that together, and then they decide as a couple if they want to go further into the one-on-one. So it won't be, most of the time it's the woman that's reaching out. Let's be real.
Yeah.
It won't be the woman always inviting the husband or inviting the fiance. They make the decision together. They see us on the 1 hour marriage maintenance video. That's just $20.07. They make it a date night. They discuss it. And so they both can see our flow. They both can feel our spirit. And then they're now decided, hey, we want to do one-on-one with them. We want a little bit more. And so that's what they've been doing as of late.
Now, why is that important? Because there has, just the same as we're talking about, there has to be agreement between them. They have to agree with us in terms of not agreeing on what we said, but they have to agree that we fit them.
Right.
And so if it doesn't fit, like every just like a ministry doesn't fit everybody. Everybody's not going to love this preacher. They're not going to love that ministry. They're not going to love that musician. Same thing when it comes to marriage maintenance. If they don't feel us or they don't like how we flow, then they're not going to maximize that time.
Right.
And so I think that video is a great way to give them some early tools and to see how we get down to say if they want to connect with us or not.
Right.
Because she's accurate. Women oftentimes reach out more first. But it's really important that the man sees it and he can get with it, because if he's not on the same page, then they're still going to have some issues there. So take the opportunity to sit down and we're never about bashing male or female.
Right.
It's all about empowerment. And so she's an advocate for women. I'm an advocate for men, but we're both an advocate for marriage. And so it won't be no male bashing session ever. Never. It won't be no woman bashing session. Never. We're going to try to get down to the bottom of what we see and hear from both of them, and hold them both accountable for what they're telling us. So I think that video will help introduce us and help them decide if they want to continue on in a relationship with us.
Right.
Because we have to fit them. Right. That's the only way they're going to maximize this moment.
Absolutely. Right. Talking about reigniting the fire, keeping the flame burning. I mean, I always tell ladies, I posted the other day, even godly men want their godly wives to look godly good. We can't, slack up because we've become wife. He done wiped us. Now we can have a nappy head. No, still go to the salon, still get your nails done, still get that good pedicure. He wants you to look good. I don't care how sanctified he is. He wants you to look sexy.
Make sure you draw every now and again.
They say the marriage bed is undefiled, right?
Make sure your drawers match every now and again, and don't come to bed with no bunny.
Why they gotta be drawers though, Pastor? Why they gotta be drawers? Why they can't be panty drawers?
Well, be saying drawers is more appropriate on this line than about saying something else. See that them preachers, that's nasty. So yeah,
we have to take care of ourselves. They want us, to look good, to feel good. You know what I mean? Sometimes we like to slack off because he put a ring on it. No, keep it spicy.
And the same as it relates to men in the fact that we tend to become comfortable, and then our comfort becomes complacent. And so what we did to win her, now that we got her, I'm just gonna come home and watch this game, and she got my last name. What's she crying about? So we have to also make sure that we stay on our P's and Q's.
Come on.
So Because a woman's got to have it. That's what
Mama gotta have it.
the song says.
Absolutely.
That's right. Gotta
Absolutely.
know what. Okay, I'm sorry. I went the other way. But I thank you guys for coming on and talking about marriage maintenance on tonight. And I really appreciate your transparency. And hopefully somebody will contact you on Samantha West. I am SamanthaWestbrook.com and DevinWestbrook.org. But
Yeah.
we want to do I am Samantha Westbrook, right?
You
Okay.
want a response.
That'd be more advantageous for you.
So y'all make sure y'all reach out to Pastor Devin and Pastor Samantha Westbrook. They are excellent pastors. Their heart is of God. I really appreciate them. I saw the heart of God in them. So I just love them. My ministry is moving me to somewhere else. So, but I really appreciate them. They will always be on speed dial on my phone. So I appreciate you guys just loving on me, loving on my children, and just seeing the God in me. So I just appreciate you guys from the moon and back. So so I just thank you guys for coming on Kitchen Conversations. And I just want to close for the people that's on here. I would be amiss if I did not offer Jesus Christ, because that is what we do first and foremost. We are servants of God, and we are here just to make vessels, but make disciples of Jesus Christ. So if you're in the audience and you do not know Jesus as your Lord and Savior, all you have to do is do the ABCs. You accept, you believe, and you confess. And we just thank you now. If you need prayer, you can inbox either one of us. We are all prayer warriors. Pastor Sam will pray you up under the bench and then shout you on top of you. So so she will do it. She will shout for you. Do you hear me? She will pray for you, then she will shout for you. So if you're in the audience and you need some prayer, you need salvation, we are all here. You can inbox us, and we are definitely going to pray for you, and we're going to love on you, and we're going to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with you. So we thank you guys for tuning in on tonight. We thank you again, pastors, for joining in. And I just wish nothing but the best for you guys. God is going to do big things for you guys. I see redemption. I always told you I see redemption flourishing. And I think God is just got his hand upon both of you guys and your children. So I just thank you for being the people that you are. So y'all have a good night. We thank you for joining in, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.